Agachari, opening. It is both a privilege and honor to stand before you today at this significant gathering as we come together to celebrate the 14th Annual Manipuri Get Together and Cultural Fest organized by the Assam University Manipuri Student Union. I extend my warm welcome and deep respect to all of you. The completion of the 14th long year of this great event and this celebration holds a great significance of the onsu, has stepped into the 21st year of its existence, and we are here to celebrate this journey. This year, we are organizing this great event in the very captivating theme that is heritage and harmony. Since the last couple of years, as all of us are experiencing a crisis, during this time, we must remember the need to preserve, practice, and celebrate our cultural aspects and share cultural cohesion with our neighboring communities. Respected guests and my friends, heritage is not merely a collection of tradition or monuments. It is the living essence of who we are. It encompasses our past stories, languages, beliefs, and practices that have been passed down through generations, which shapes our identities, connecting us to our roots and offering us a perception about the past, which can guide us in navigating the challenges of the present. Harmony in society is the peaceful coexistence of diverse groups, each bringing its unique culture, perspectives, and values. We live in a world made up of diverse peoples, different in language, religions, customs, and way of living. But the diversity should not divide us. In fact, it should enrich us. The beauty of harmonious society lies in the recognition of every individual and community. Regardless of background, it has something valuable to offer. To establish peace and harmony in our society, we must first look into our heritage as a source of wisdom. Preserving our heritage also means acknowledging the beauty of others' cultures, embracing diversity in the heart of establishing peace and harmony. Moreover, harmony doesn't simply mean the absence of conflict. It involves actively working towards understanding, compromise, and collective well-being. To do this, we need to engage with one another, listen to each other's stories, and celebrate our humanity. In doing so, we build relationships that transcend the superficial differences that too often divide us. Respected dignitaries and my brothers and sisters, we believe that heritage and harmony are not separate goals, they are intertwined. By preserving our cultures and learning to appreciate the culture of others, we lay the foundation and for a more peaceful and unified world. We must view our diversity as our strength, our heritage as the string that binds us. True peace and harmony in society are not merely aspirations. They are the natural outcome of mutual respect, shared understanding, and a commitment to preserving the values that makes us who we are. So let's work together, establish peace and harmony among us, and through this event, we are trying to convey this message to each and everyone, working towards making it possible. On this note, I conclude my keynote address. Once again, a huge thank you to all of you for being here and supporting us. Kurumjali.
First of all, I would like to congratulate the organizers. And I was also young once, and I was also a student. We all go through different phases of life, and organizing an event is a very challenging task. And I, as a teacher of this university, have been witnessing varieties of programs. This is a student program, and this is a Manipuri students program. I have also witnessed other programs, pan-university. It could be covering the entire university. And the key organizers, there is always a key team. So it's not easy. And as a teacher standing here, I would urge upon every student, because I teach here and I think I have the privilege and the right to request. I cannot order, but I can only request that we must respect the efforts made by the coordinating team, the organizing team, to be present on time. Because punctuality is that first sense of discipline that I wish that my brethren, my people, the Manipuris, we should showcase as one of our finest qualities. Remember that if you do not respect others' time, you are disrespecting the other person. I hope you will bear this in mind, and henceforth I would like to see a greater turnout at time, on time. So please bear that in mind, because that reflects the beauty amongst ourselves, the coexistence, the harmonious coexistence, and our sense of discipline and responsibility. Yet again, I would like to once again congratulate the organizers. I'm just beginning, I'm a teacher, so I'll not stop now. Also, I also would like to extend my best wishes to all those who have put in a lot of sweat and toil to make this event successful. And yet again, what has caught my attention is the beautiful banner. The depiction of the banner, the message, the theme, everything is so beautifully conceptualized and depicted there that even those who are not familiar with Manipuri society would certainly get enraptured and would get intrigued as to what all lies beneath in this Manipuri society. We would certainly like to know what is its heritage. And I would also like to confess here that I am a very proud Meitei, because my grandfather, he had been deeply rooted in Manipuri culture. I'm sure you all know what is Koket. The person who performed the pena, he was wearing one such, and we have varieties of them for the Salai Taret. So my grandfather was one of the pioneers of Koget. He was a guru in that, and he was also a prolific author. In fact, the books that he had written are being studied in the Manipuri department here as well as at Manipuri University. So I am his granddaughter, born by his only child, who is my mother. He left behind only my mother. They had only one child. So I am very proud, and I feel totally connected whenever there is some, I almost get goosebumps, because unfortunately I have been away from Manipur almost throughout my life. Right from the age of 13, I have not been in Imphal. I am from Imphal, and I have been always away, but whenever there is some Manipuri performance where I could have access to, I always try my best to join in whatever way I can. In fact, I'm still regretting, we have a meeting at the department after lunch, and I don't know whether I'll be able to witness the remaining performances. That's about it. Now coming back to, I also want to commend and compliment the young students who performed the group song, Anoba Jukki Anoba Asa. And Priyanka is very close to me, and in fact I could only listen to her voice. It was so beautiful and melodious, and the song itself is beautifully sung, plus they have yet again chosen a very suitable song considering the times that we live in today. We almost have become oblivious of the fact that Manipur is still boiling, and people who do not belong there, or people who are not too worried about what is happening there, perhaps would feel that the violence has settled. It is still very much brewing, and when we sing these songs, I immerse myself in what is the condition in Manipur, and it troubles me even further. But yet when we listen to songs like this, it also rejuvenates, it gives a feeling of hope. So again, a very well chosen song in keeping with the theme that you have taken, and the Pena performance and the Surya Namaskar performance, both were excellently rendered. I feel sad that the boy who performed the dance, so graceful, beautiful lithe movements, but unfortunately the song troubled him a bit, but we can't take out the artist in him, so it was still very good. Now, since your theme is heritage and harmony, I'll take a few minutes. I'm sure that most of the young students gathered here, they would be quite familiar with the heritage and the kind of traditions that, the rich traditions that Meitei society has. But in case some people are not too familiar, please take it as a small, brief capsule lesson, okay? So, we have varieties of traditional dance forms. We know that is the Ras Leela, right? And then also varieties of folk songs, that is the Kunung Isai, then Kubak Isai, Lai Harau. Isai means, for the madam here, Isai means song. And so this one style or one format of singing, Kunung Isai is a folk song style, and Kunung means a bunch. So it incorporates, what is beautiful is that it incorporates sounds from nature, like bird songs, forest sounds, and children's cries. Sorry, I have a bad throat. Even when we were listening to the pena, or for that matter, any folk song in most of the societies, if we pay close attention and especially we living in society, we must arouse our senses to observe and understand other societies' practices. You would realize that they kind of invoke the animism. What is animism? Worship of nature. Because before we had these deities, the physical forms of deities, whom we have in the form of idols today in our houses, whether as pictures or as photographs of various deities, before that we were all worshipping nature. So Kunumisei, also the song, the kind of song, it incorporates the various sounds that we hear around us. So it helps us continue to connect ourselves with nature. So once in a while, we should make ourselves curious to know what exactly it means. Then there is also Kubakisei. This is mostly performed around the monsoon time and in the temple premises. And there is Lai Harauba Isei. Lai is God, deity, and Harauba means celebration. So that is another format. And among the Meitei society, Yaosang, since you have chosen this theme, I'm just taking it a little ahead. Festivals. When it comes to festivals, we all know that we converted to Vaishnavism and all that. Let me not get into that. Okay, now that we are, and we also still worship our own deity, Sanamani. It's a very wonderful coexistence of our tradition that we all have adopted. So festivals like Yaosang. Yaosang is synonymous with Holi that is celebrated. And it is one of the biggest festivals in Meitei society. It is definitely a festival of colors, dance, in every lane in Manipur. Here also perhaps it would be happening. Now little bit it is dying out because people are getting busy and all that. But we have these youth clubs, sports clubs, they organize sports, they organize quiz, and it is celebrated with lots of fanfare. And we observe it for 5 days. So that shows the significance of the festival in our society. And of course we have Thabal Chomba, which unfortunately the students here who used to organize earlier, but in keeping with the mellowed and kind of sorrowful mood of the reflection of the violence that has enveloped Manipur, we have not been observing that because we cannot have too much of pomp and show when inside we are not feeling too good, isn't it? So we don't have that, but it is, you perhaps may be familiar if you are from this region. On the first day, Purnimashi, on that day, the full moon day, if I'm not wrong, we have this Thabal Chomba, and where boys and girls move around in circles, okay? That is the culmination of the Yaosang festival. Then we have Cherauba. It is like when we say something fast, okay? Chahi Harauba, Chahi Anauba Harauba. Harauba is celebration and observation. Chahi is year. So Anauba is new. So quickly it became Cherauba. This is linguistics, okay? So that is also celebrated. Then another festival we have is Imoinu Iratpa. So this is another one where we all have our traditional meals. We pray to the goddess for a bountiful year ahead and prosperity and hope for peace. Every Meitei household will have this deity in their houses. And it is also observed with great reverence. And Lai Harauba, I briefly mentioned it. It celebrates the traditional deities and ancestors of the Meitei people. And this again, Lai Harauba, the origin is Lai Hoi Lauba, means Lai, as I said, is the deity, the god, and Lauba is to call out. Hoi Lauba means calling out. Okay, so this is the genesis or the origin, and it is the awakening of the gods so that we have a year that is blessed in every way. So it comes around the springtime. Then we have another very beautiful celebration, that is Haikuru Hidomba. This again is, I don't know, the beauty is unparalleled, and it is a socio-religious festival, and it is a boat race where there will be 2 boats, and one is called Haikuru Pareng and the other one is called Chain Pareng, and they will be racing and they will be rowed by beautifully, ornately dressed men. Okay, so they will have a competition. And then of course we have Maidi Jagoi, which I believe is lined up after lunch, and I hope I get to witness it. I love it. And that is one that is performed usually around the Lai Harauba. And another dance performance is Khamba Thoibi. Like in every folklore, there is always love sonnets and love depictions. You have Romeo and Juliet, then you have in Hindi kya hai mujhe yaad nahi aa raha hai. So ours is Khamba Thoibi. So that is also another very inherent part of Lai Harauba. So these are the beautiful collections or possessions of Meitei society, which I'm sure all of us would love to continue to nurture, nourish, protect, and let it go on till our society survives. And the day that our society continues to prosper and rise above everyone else, that is the day we all hope for. And in keeping with the beautifully themed program that you have kept today, I wish all success and a wonderful and happy celebration today. Thank you to everyone for coming, and thank you to the organizers, especially my beloved hometown. Thank you.